ABC 10 News starts now with breaking news.
A strange accident has shut down a major road in El Cajon. A flatbed tow truck with at least one car on it hit the black car, then plowed into palm trees, taking two of them.
This happened around 5:45 on Hamishaw Road. A person in that black car was badly injured, we're told. Our breaking news tracker was there as they were removed from the car. Right now, Hamishaw is closed between East Lexington Avenue and East Main Street. Of course, we will bring you more details as they become available.
More than 80 of the migrant teenagers being held at the San Diego Convention Center have now tested positive for COVID-19. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. We are told none of the cases are serious at this point. Our ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala looks at the medical care being provided for the girls.
We've learned about 82 migrant girls sheltered at the San Diego Convention Center seeking asylum have tested positive for COVID-19 as of mid-morning Tuesday. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, 59 of the girls were COVID positive before they arrived in San Diego, including some who made it here Monday night.
The COVID dorm is separated. It actually is on a different floor than the other dorm. So the COVID dorm eats separately. They do everything separately. The staff that are staffing the COVID dorm are all vaccinated.
The girls are split into 3 cohorts, then into pods of 50. Those who have tested positive in one cohort, those who were exposed in another, and those who've tested negative in a third. A spokesperson for HHS says the girls who have either been exposed or tested negative are retested every 3 days. HHS has contracted with Rady Children's Hospital to provide medical care for the girls. A spokesperson for Rady's was unable to comment on the operation Tuesday, but HHS says the girls are given primary and urgent care by Rady's on site as well as medical screenings. HHS also says 2 CDC staff members are on site monitoring and providing guidance on COVID-19 protocols. They say no staff members have tested positive and none of the minors have required hospitalization for COVID-19. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
HHS says the number of positive COVID cases could increase throughout the evening as more tests come in. A total of 723 girls are currently being housed at the convention center.
And with the convention center now housing migrants, Golden Hall will once again be used as a homeless shelter. ABC 10 News anchor Vanessa Van Hefty looks at why city leaders say the need goes beyond the pandemic.
Mayor Todd Gloria showing us cribs, warm blankets, and beds at Golden Hall. Last week, the city wound down Operation Shelter to Home, the nearly year-long effort to shelter more than 4,000 homeless San Diegans during the worst of the pandemic. Many of those who were at the convention center now resting safe indoors at Golden Hall. The upper level has nearly 200 beds for families equipped with cribs. There are 250 beds in the lower level for adult men. This hall also used to temporarily house the homeless a year ago at the start of the pandemic.
Meals, showers, restrooms, security, services for mental health, job training, and housing navigation.
It's a city-owned facility operated by Father Joe's Villages. The center is following all COVID-19 prevention guidelines with the focus to get people into permanent housing.
What we have here at Golden Hall is an opportunity for unsheltered individuals to get off the streets, to get the services they need, to get connected to housing, and then to stay housed permanently.
San Diego has the 5th largest homeless population in the country. Earlier this month, living on the streets turned deadly for 3 homeless people when an impaired driver plowed into a homeless encampment downtown.
We can do better than that in San Diego. That's what this shelter is intended to do.
Deacon Jim Vargas, CEO of Father Joe's Villages, says the services provided here at Golden Hall make all the difference.
Whether it's through our vocational training, whether it's the support that they get from our health center and behavioral health or substance use disorder treatment. And so we want them to be able to prosper.
And hopefully break that cycle of homelessness. Vanessa Van Hefty, ABC 10 News.
We are told there are still beds available at Golden Hall for families and adult men.
The county reported 277 new cases today, while the test positivity rate fell to 3%. But another 8 San Diegans have lost their lives to COVID, bringing our total to more than 3,500. San Diego Pride will once again be a virtual event this year. Today, a spokesperson announced that Pride will host a streaming live event this July, along with a number of smaller COVID-compliant in-person events across the county. We're told that last year's virtual event reached more than 700,000 people. The time and the place of the in-person events will be announced the first week of June. The Pride Parade typically draws about 200,000 people.
Los Angeles and Orange counties are moving up another tier. Today, the state announced both counties are eligible to go into the orange tier effective tomorrow. That means restaurants, movie theaters, and churches can increase their capacity to 50%, and gyms can expand to 25%. It likely also means more people will be allowed into Disneyland when it reopens. The earliest San Diego could qualify for that tier would be April 7th, assuming that we meet the vaccination threshold set by the state and that our case rate stays below 6 per 100,000. You can stay on top of any new developments with coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
The 72-year-old man charged with plowing into a homeless encampment, killing 3 men, will be released from jail soon. Late this afternoon, a judge ordered that Craig Voss be released on house arrest. Our ABC 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco explains why.
But I am going to allow you to be released from custody on the following conditions.
Craig Voss listened as the judge listed the conditions of his house arrest. The 72-year-old was jailed on $1 million bail, but his public defender argued he has serious medical problems, putting him at advanced risk of dying from COVID-19. He's also been unable to work since having a stroke in 2018, and he has no criminal record.
Managing in the jail has been extremely difficult for him. It was difficult for him to even receive a shower. I had to call the watch commander, so that would happen after about a week in custody.
The deputy district attorney wanted bail set at $500,000, saying even though Voss's license and car were taken away and he'll be on a GPS tracking device, he is still a threat.
Our biggest concern is there's no way of stopping someone from getting behind the wheel of a car.
The prosecutor says Voss had a meth pipe on him when he was arrested for driving his car onto the sidewalk, killing 3 homeless men as they slept. It happened on B Street near San Diego City College the morning of March 15th. Toxicology tests showed Voss was on several prescription medications. A low level of methamphetamine was also detected. The prosecutor also argued that Voss's car only stopped because there was so much debris stuck in the wheels. Voss did stay at the scene and tried to help the victims.
The concern for the population and the danger to the community is just too high, that we cannot take this risk.
Voss must also wear a drug screening patch. If convicted of the charges against him, he faces 20 years in prison. Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
That crash killed Rodney Diffendahl, Randy Ferris, and Walter Jones.
A woman accused of using the personal information from prison inmates to get more than $1 million in unemployment benefits pleaded not guilty today. Marichelle Marquez and 2 others are charged in the alleged scheme. Prosecutors say they used the names of 64 inmates to apply for unemployment benefits, which inmates are not eligible to receive. The trio allegedly had the benefits mailed to their homes or North County P.O. boxes. They face 3 to 12 years in prison if convicted on all charges.
A showdown is looming over an impending rent increase for UCSD grad students. According to the housing website, new contracts for graduate student housing will go up 30 to 80% in October. Current grad student Liana Alves says the $1,200 she pays for a 1-bedroom will now jump to around $2,000 for new grad students.
Like my monthly paycheck is about $2,100. So like it's like egregiously not affordable.
In response to the hike, the union representing many of the grad students has organized a rent strike beginning Thursday. Alves plans to take part in that. The university says the increases are needed to cover the $30 million it spent building new graduate housing.
Most city and county offices will be closed tomorrow for Cesar Chavez Day. That also includes libraries, but there will be mail service and trash will be picked up as usual. Also, buses and trolleys will run on a normal weekday schedule. Emergency services, including police and fire, will not be affected.